So after One Piece chapter 1080, most of us are wondering how Garp would stack up against Blackbeard pirates. And I see the fandom divided as big as Dressrosa was after Luffy King Kong gunned Doflamingo into it. So here's my take on what would happen on the Beehive Island. I'll give all my predictions first and then later will explain them. So here we go. Garp versus all the 4 Blackbeard commanders that are currently on Beehive. So if they fight together, then it's gonna be a high diff win for Garp. And if they fight in smaller groups, then it's gonna be a mid diff win for Garp. Garp versus Aokiji. Extreme diff could go both ways. I know you're pretty confused right now, but hold my beer till the explanation. Garp versus Blackbeard. Blackbeard wins high diff. So here's the case 1. Garp versus the 4 Blackbeard commanders. Why I think Garp will win? Simply because Garp has advanced Conqueror's Haki and none of the commanders present there have it. Why it matters? Because according to Kaido, Haki matters the most, and we have seen characters with advanced Conqueror's Haki one-shotting others without it. Kaido did it to Luffy, Big Mom did it to Page 1, and Shanks did it to Kid. And I still believe Garp's advanced Conqueror's Haki to be 60 to 70% of his prime. Why I think so will be discussed in his fight against Aokiji. So even if Garp doesn't one-tap these commanders, he will still do a ton of damage. Why? Because I believe Garp can defeat Kid, Page 1 and post Whole Cake Island Luffy easily after 1080. And I don't believe these commanders to be as strong as these versions of Kid and Luffy. So case 2 is Garp versus Aokiji, which I believe could go both ways. I know this is a bit controversial, but hear me out first. So from listening to Kaido and watching Shanks in the last chapter, we know that Advanced Conqueror's Haki is a big deal, right? And most of the hype that Shanks get is because of it, which is absolutely right. But why not give the same treatment to Garp? To this, you will probably say that he is old, and also he said himself during post NS lobby that he was only 50% as strong as he was in his prime. But is he talking about his overall strength or just his physical strength? I think given the context of that scene, it was the latter. So the question comes to my mind, is 50% prime Garp equal to 50% prime Aokiji in terms of physical might? I don't think so. I think Garp's 50% would be Aokiji's 80 to 90%. And we know that strength in One Piece world is a multivariate equation involving Haki, physical strength, Devil Fruit Awakening, special races and battle IQ. So taking into account everything that I've already said, I don't think that Garp's overall strength is halved, but rather just his physical might is, and he can still use his Haki to 60 to 70% of his peak, which I think decreased but not at the same rate as his physical might. So Garp has advanced Conqueror's Haki and Aokiji has a great Devil Fruit and is still in his primes. That's why I believe it could go both ways. But that's only if Aokiji also doesn't have advanced Conqueror's Haki, because if Aokiji has advanced Conqueror's Haki, then I could see Aokiji winning mid to high diff against Garp. So here's case 3, Garp versus Blackbeard. Blackbeard wins high diff. Now you would be thinking that the same logic that applies against Aokiji would apply here too, right? Yeah, it does, but Blackbeard's physical strength is greater than Aokiji's, no question, and he has fucking 2 Devil Fruits, just as strong as Aokiji. If he had only one Devil Fruit, then I could see it going the same way as Aokiji's. But since he has 2 Devil Fruits, one of which could be a counter to his Advanced Conqueror's Haki, plus Teach has high endurance and pain tolerance, I think it would be a close to high diff fight. But if Teach has Advanced Conqueror's Haki or already has a 3rd Devil Fruit, then it's a mid diff easy. If you disagree with my views, do write in the comment box what and where do you think my reasoning was wrong, and if you liked the video, do press the like button and the subscribe button to show your boy some love. Till then, sayonara.